Hello, welcome to another Gundam Battle Operation 2 video. That is the new suit, the Gnomides, which I keep making jokes about it being the Gnomides nuts, but so lame. But yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it, so Gnomides it is. And yeah, this is the third suit in Code Fairy. It's kind of funny. It shows how Mia is not the best girl. You actually have to simp for her to get it. At least I get Helena and Alma's suit for playing Code Fairy. I play their game. But yeah, this is Mia's suit, and it's a support unit, and it's at 500 level 1, and I have the level 2 550, and I'm going to be using this suit in 2 matches, both of them in City Ruins, which honestly is not too terrible, surprisingly. These are ranked matches, too. Although there are some problems, obviously, with the suit in such a close quarters map, but there's some things that can work with it. Again, surprisingly. But yeah, and of course, I already mentioned I have 2 matches here for you, and I guess I'll go ahead and start off with the stats for this suit, which I'm going to do the level 1 stats because that's just what most people are going to be expecting. And yeah, you have 21,500 health, you have 15 ballistic resistance, and 20 beam resistance, and 25 melee resistance. You have 38 range strength, 12 melee strength, 125 speed, you have 175 boost speed, you have 70 thruster gauge, and you have 36 turning speed. Which, yeah, decent. I wouldn't say decent. Like the 25 melee resistance, that's actually your highest resistance on the suit. And yeah, you can make this suit very tanky, which I actually forgot to mention the slots. You have 4 close, 14 mid, and 18 long range slots. So yeah, I have 2 different builds for this suit. I have one where I go for damage with the range attack and maybe a little bit of thruster gauge, and the second one I just go full tank with the resistances, and holy shit, yeah, you can survive quite a beating, even against certain raids, depending on if they built melee strength, especially with the skills, one of the skills this thing has, yeah, pretty good. You can definitely just go different ways in builds with this suit. You're not locked to one thing, unless you want to go for melee strength, and you can't do that. You only have 4 close range slots. And yeah, for your primary weapons, you have the Giant Bazooka, which is 1,600 damage. You have 6 rounds and 325 range, which is, it's a bazooka. You shoot it, you stun at people, you stun people. Aim at the legs, all that good shit with a bazooka. Works really good with the melee weapon for this suit, but you can switch that out with the large Gatling Cannon Heavy, which I believe is the same Gatling gun that the Drosy Heavy uses. And yeah, 100 damage, 120 rounds, 400 range, which I like this weapon on the Drosy Heavy, even though it can be a little bit hard to use because it's space and people like to zip and zoom around, but on ground you don't have a lot of wiggle room to dodge just constant barrage, the constant barrage of the Gatling gun. So it really, the damage adds up, and it does get you quick stuns if you're fighting people without damage control. I believe if somebody's standing still and you're hitting them, I believe you can get like 2, maybe 3 stuns. Also, yeah, I'm just gonna hit you over the bridge here. Also, you guys haven't noticed, I'm teaming up with the Titania, so we're kind of making a cannon match here, kinda. And yeah, for your melee weapon, you have the Heat Halberd, which is 1,600 damage, same as the Giant Bazooka, and yeah, it knocks down no matter if you hit the side swing, neutral swing. Yeah, it will knock down, and it actually can do some kind of damage. It's mostly there to combo. Like next match, I'm going to be using the Giant Bazooka, and I'll use it to combo with the Heat Halberd. And yeah, the downswing feels kind of satisfying to use because it just hurls it down. Unfortunately, it's not the downswing that it has in Code Fairy. In Code Fairy, it actually does a twirling downswing. I want to say it's the same animation as the Dryson's Heat Axe or Heat Halberd as well, or Beam Halberd. Beam Axe? One of the... the fucking no. Remember. But yeah, it doesn't do the twirl, it just does a straight, just heave-ho straight down on top of somebody's skull with the downswing. And yeah, you don't even have to do the downswing, you just knock somebody over with the just the neutral or the side swing. So pretty good combo already with the the stunned melee. Now for your secondary weapons, if you guys haven't noticed, this thing has a giant fucking cannon attached to it, and it actually, I'm pretty sure it shares all of its secondary weapons with the Hidalfer minus like a weapon or two, at least for the cannon. We'll start with the 30 cm cannon HE, which is 1,600 damage, 6 rounds, 650 range. That is just your basic normal cannon shot stun. A little bit of a decent little range to it, or blast radius. You shoot somebody, you can see it on the camera right here, or the match, not the camera. Yeah, you just shoot it, it arcs, and it'll stun somebody, so decent little stunning weapon. You don't even have to use the giant bazooka, you know? Secondary weapon, what do you mean? The second weapon here on your secondary weapons list is the 30 cm cannon type 3, which is 1,350 damage, 6 rounds, and 450 range. This is the anti-air like spread shot that most shoulder cannon suits have, like the gun tanks, or the gun tanks, and the Hidalfer itself, and the Zamel. So yeah, just a little spread shot. Doesn't do as much damage as the first shot or even the next shot here, but yeah, you can do that to add on damage if you don't want to risk. You don't want to risk stunning your teammates. You know, you can do that for extra little damage, which is nice, honestly. It doesn't shoot quite as fast as the, or it doesn't ready up after every shot as fast as the Zamels. I'm pretty sure it's literally just the same as the Dolphers. All three of these things are the same as the Dolphers. Unless somebody wants to correct me, I'd like to know what, like, if it's any different from the Hidalfers. But yeah, the third shot is the 30 cm cannon APF SDS, which somebody just slammed their fucking head on a keyboard. That is 2,400 damage, 1 round, 900 range, and yeah, that's your heavy stagger suit, which, yeah, 900 range, and yet you hit that and people just, yeah, again, they get staggered, and you're free to follow up with whatever you want, pretty much. Really easy combo setup with the, you know, you can do a heavy stagger to your cluster bombs, or your, how did that not hit him? What the fuck? Cluster bombs, what the fuck you doing? Or your regular cannon shot, or, you know, if you want to pull out your giant bazooka or Gatling gun for like another kind of range combo, then yeah, you can do that. You know, just literally these are just the same as the Hidalfers. It is the Hidalfers cannon. If you played Code Fairy Volume 2, you would know that there's a mission, or two missions really. You have to go collect the Hidalfer, and that's what Mia uses to make the suit. That's where the cannon comes from. And then finally, you have the smoke discharger times 2. That's 0 damage. You get 2 rounds, which I think it just uses both of it for this when you use it, and 5 range. And yeah, it works like your normal smoke discharger. If you ever played the Ifrit, yeah, you get stealth, and it gives you a tiny bit of defense when you use it. So you don't have to use it just for stealth. You can use it to pop it, take even less damage when you're fighting somebody, you know. So there's that. And hey, just in time for this first match to end. Good works all around, and we'll see what we got going on. And hey, yeah, Titania said that was fun. Mission completed, and let's see. We didn't get up on the board, but the Titania did, so I'm going to go ahead and praise them. And I believe, yeah, the Zeroshiki. And let's see what we got going on here. I was actually kind of surprised, because I got first place, 4-2. I did not think I was going to get first place that match, but I guess it was a combination of things, from pursuit assist, maybe some regular assist here and there to the individual score, so I'm fine with that. And yeah, and then finally for your skills, you have radar level 3, you have scope level 3, you have data link, you have frontline support system level 2, which I believe is 10% off if anybody else has that skill, so you can spawn in faster. You have the back add-on buffer level 3, which counts that entire dump truck you have, which not even dump truck, it's the whole damn wagon, and that's 30% less damage taken off that. So if you have a really tanky build, so let's say you have 47 beam resistance and 47, or, you know, 40 something melee resistance, yeah, if you get hit there, you're not gonna be taking too much damage, which is good. That's you can really stay in a firefight pretty much. maybe use that to shield your teammates or something, something stupid like that. But yeah, that's pretty good. And then you have Blast Stabilizer, which is surprising, which I actually know it's not that surprising. You're a really big suit. It would be a shame to get caught in a bunch of mobile suit explosions. And then you have Shock Dampeners, which is really good. Always good to have Shock Dampeners on a suit. It makes sense for this suit because, yeah, you don't want to be not having Shock Dampeners with something this fucking big. God damn. And then you have the UGS skill that the half cannon, Mia's half cannon, has, where if you crouch down, you'll send a little a wave, an AOE effect similar to what the Isaac does with its AOE, and it spots people's health. It doesn't send little camera images or whatever. It just spots health, and it can be useful for stealth suits that are hiding around buildings. You can just pop that, or maybe somebody that is just outside your range, where you can see them normally. So you can use that, pop that. I believe I did that last round. Maybe it was this round as well. Also, yeah, I'm just going to use my shock dampers, shoot at my feet. That's something you can do with this suit, so keep that in mind. And then lastly, you have precision shelling, which I believe gives you 5% more damage when you crouch. And yeah, that is all there is for the Dom Gnomides, and I gotta say, this is actually a pretty fun suit to play, and kind of a different kind of support, even though it's very similar to the Zamel and the Hidalfer, especially the Hidalfer because he literally has the same weapons as it. The introduction of its mid-range, close-range weapons with its melee, you can do easy combos that can actually knock people over, keep them out of a fight. You have a lot of resistance things that can help you resistance-wise, so you can be staying in a fight just longer in a match. And of course, you have some utility with the heavy stagger or just the normal stuns or the covering fire if you're using the or pressuring if you're using the minigun or Gatling gun. So, or the UGS, you can see people behind buildings. So the suit's pretty good at what it does, but there are some cons and pros and cons for the suit. Cons and pros. I guess I'll go ahead and start with the cons, and it should be, pretty obvious, is that this suit is pretty big, to say the least. Not only are you a Dom, which is kind of a biggish suit, but you also have you just have the back of a battleship on the back of the Dom there, the Dom Tropical Test Type. You will get hit no matter what, which will lead me into the next con, which I don't want to say is a con because I feel like it should have damage control, especially at level 2. Level 2 is 550. There's quite a lot of suits that have really easy stun accumulation at 550. There's stuff like the Kaplant, the Zero Shiki. I'm talking like generals and raids. Like the Kaplant, the Zero Shiki, the Gauze R and L, the Bawu. There's a lot to name, and yeah, being this big of a suit, you do have shock dampeners, which is really good against suits that have instant stuns. But yeah, if you're playing desert, be really afraid of some of these suits because you'll get stunned repeatedly. You do have the resistances to you can hang around for a little while, but don't expect to just get much off, So you want to be around your team, obviously. Although that'll lead into a pro, so I'll go ahead and continue with the cons. Some other cons is that if I can get to it, the secondary weapons like the Hidalfer and stuff. I've noticed this with just stuff like the Zamel and the Hidalfer both, is that they can be a little bit slow to ready up to the next weapon for combos. Especially I've noticed it with doing the heavy stagger first into your regular stun shot. There's a pretty big pause for you readying up your regular stun shot. So I wish that was a little bit more faster, so you can have a more consistent combo. I think that's actually it for the cons. There's not too many cons, but although what is there is significant because again, that size and no damage control can be really tough on a lot of people trying to play this suit, and really beneficial for suits that know how to use their suits or people who know how to use their suits. There, and now we go to the pros here. The pros is that this thing actually has some really. I mentioned how the secondary weapons can be a little bit hard to combo with, but it does have really good weapons overall. The giant bazooka, you can shoot somebody, you can go in for your melee at close range. You're kind of a threat at most ranges, honestly. Like you can snipe at people from far away with your Hidalfer cannon backpack, or you can shoot at mid range with like your minigun or your non-stun cannon shots, or maybe if you want to try and get a stun with those cannon shots, or shoot the bazooka to your cannon shot, stuff like that. Mid-range combos, and of course, like I mentioned earlier, you can do close-range combos with the giant cannon into your melee, which will knock people over, which is really good. Also, 4,000 damage. God damn. Goodbye, sir. Another pro for this suit is that it has amazing resistances, and this saves the suit in my opinion, because level 1, its melee resistance stat is the highest. It's like the devs know that this thing would have a lot of trouble with the melee, because it does have slow turning speed as well, which I guess I should have mentioned that was a pro too, slow turning speed. But yeah, the resistances, you can tank so much with this that they would have to hit the Dom Tropical suit itself to get just some significant damage. Like if they're just running up to you and randomly meleeing you, and you have like over 40 melee resistance, and they're hitting your dump truck ass there, they're not going to be doing too much damage. They'll probably keep you like in a stun lock or if they're using their or add extra damage to you if they're using their stun accumulation weapons, and adding more damage with their melee. They can do that, but you know what I mean. Like if they're just trying to walk up and melee you, you're going to be in the benefit. And hey, before we get to that, mission completed, and we'll see what we got going on here. Hey, top assist, and as usual, top division diversions, I should say, because the suit's pretty fucking big. And hey, Blazing Cinder did really good too, so I'm going to praise him. And then the Mark III. And hey, third place, 1 and 3. Not as good as I did get good pursuit assist though, so 30,000. It wasn't as good as the first match where I got first place, but I'm fine with that. I'm fine getting top 3 in this suit on City of fucking Ruins. But yeah, as I was saying, the generals trying to run up and melee you, they're going to run into either you trying to tackle through them, or as you saw, I think in the second match, where I can just shoot the giant bazooka at my feet and then try and get a free combo with the halberd, which it's really effective. Or you can try and use your regular cannon shot. So yeah, really good. I think another pro I mentioned is I already mentioned all the weapons. I was going to mention the gallon cannon being a thing, but I already mentioned that the weapons are good. The skills are actually pretty useful, which I mentioned with the back add-on buffer helping you resistance-wise. But you do have shock dampeners. You have the UGS, which actually can help you find stealth suits, which can be helpful for, if you're fighting certain raids. There's going to be more raids at 500 and 550 than something like the Isaac. Actually, there's still a few pixies around, but yeah, definitely at the 500, 550 is going to be the what was it? The Violator, or the Violator, the GM Nightseeker V. So there's that. Or if people want to play Pixie at 500, 550, okay. The precision shelling, it's okay. You also get frontline support system level 2, so that's fine if you can stack that with other people who have that skill. So overall, the Gnomides is actually a good suit, and pretty fun to play. But as I mentioned in the cons, it could be a little bit easy to take out if you know what you're doing. If you have a really high stun accumulation suit. I know I've played Desert a couple of times, and yeah, Kaplants will tear you up. Babus have the potential to tear you up, and those are range raids, or they can be range raids, especially the Kaplant, or especially the Babu. My bad, not the Kaplant. The Kaplant can do range. The Rigazi, yeah, so watch out for them. Uh, Even though they're going to be doing less damage to you because of your melee resistance, they still can do significant damage to you. So, yeah. So overall, I think the Gnomides is a pretty good suit. I think it's better than the Zamel, at least overall. I think the Zamel is obviously better at range because it has like what 6 heavy stuns. It's basically just it's a better Hidalfer with its cannon. You know, it's got more shots for everything, and I believe some of the weapons ready up faster after shooting. But yeah, the close range of this suit and the mid range and the way you can switch the weapons, you know, to what you want, better than his ammo. Now, if it's better than Hidalfer, I think it is better than Hidalfer because a lot of ways, a lot of things, a lot of one thing. There we go. One thing a lot of people like to do with Hidalfer is meme with it by running into people and doing that combo, which is a pretty effective combo. Not gonna lie, but people who fought that, they're gonna they know how to counter it pretty much. And the Hidalfer doesn't have shock dampeners either when it's out of transformation. This suit does have shock dampeners, so I think it's better than both the Hidalfer and the Zamel, which is funny because this is the precursor to the Zamel and the successor to the Hidalfer. And yeah, I think that's going to be it for this match. And if you guys, or this video, if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe if you want. I'd really appreciate it. And you know, type up in the comment section how you feel about the Gnomides. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Again, I like the suit. I think it'd be a pretty fun suit to play. I wish I got this at 500. I feel like I'd be liking this a lot more at 500 because again, there's a lot of suits at 550 that can stun accumulation, that can get their stun accumulations on me pretty fast, and that can be quite annoying to deal with. But other than that, yeah, I think it's a pretty effective suit, and I do like the way they approached this. And you know, we had the Jammer Fin, we had this, so I'm really hoping that the devs continue moving forward with making these really fun support suits that are kind of different to play, because the Gnomides is a different suit to play. Like you got a lot of options with this. You got long range, you got mid range, you got close range options with this suit. Very much appreciated. So I hope they keep going down this line. And I know a lot of people were freaking out about the White Rider from Code Fairy. They're saying that it's a really disgusting support unit. Which, hey, if this suit is a gotcha, then yeah, we're definitely gonna see the Black and White Rider. And hopefully, you know, I get to see firsthand how the White Rider is, because I'm not done with volume 3 of Code Fairy yet, so I haven't got a chance to unlock and play the White Rider yet, and people tell me it's disgusting, so I hope I get to try that out, and hopefully we do get, you know, some of those Code Fairy suits in the in GBO2, and maybe we can get some for limited mission suits. You know, those suits that are lesser, like the GM ground type that Lilith uses. That can be like a limited mission suit, or you know, stuff like that. And yeah, that's gonna be it. I will see you guys later. Bye.